But tonight I'd like to introduce you to Garrett. Come on up, Garrett.
Get Garrett a microphone. Here we go, Garrett.
All right.
Thank you.
Garrett, he's doing awesome. He's done his first house. He wants to tell us a little bit about himself and about the property.
Yeah. Hey, I'm Garrett. As you can see on the screen, I joined Lifestyles about a year ago. But my first time coming to a Lifestyles event was probably close to 15 years ago now.
Wow.
I was in middle school. Came with my dad when he discovered Lifestyles. He's right there in the crowd. Say hi.
Wave your hand. There you go.
There, right here.
Oh, he's a baller. I know that man.
Yeah, yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, some of y'all might recognize him.
It's
Just
contagious.
so you know, your kid, if he ever does he's a baller. Just want to make sure you knew that.
Great. What do you do for work?
I'm an accountant. Any accountants in here?
Go Nerds. Oh, sorry.
It's a very exciting career, but
Do you ever debit and credit tattoo?
not yet.
Okay. Well,
No, I'm waiting for my first bonus at the end of the year.
There you go.
I'll get a really nice one.
You'll
just
have
don't
to
get
show
it below
us.
the
yeah.
line. Okay.
All right. So what made you join Lifestyles? Obviously, you saw it at a young age.
Yeah, I mean, I've been around real estate for a long time. I was helping my dad kind of with his spreadsheets way back in the day. And then, like I said, he found the 2-day. And then for some reason, I decided I want to come along and sit through several hours of real estate lectures, I guess, on my weekend. But even back then, it became clear to me how important this was and how much it can do for you. And I saw how much it's done for him as well. So from then on, I would come to Lifestyles events periodically with my dad. And then once I aged out, I didn't come as much. But eventually, I got a job and saved up enough money to where I could maybe do a little investing myself, and then became a member again.
Awesome.
So was it your idea to become an accountant, or he needed an accountant?
No, that was me. Yeah. He actually can't believe he raised an accountant.
All right. It's a great foundation. All right. So tell us a little bit about this house. How'd you come across it?
Yeah, I found it on the Blast. Danny Gentry was my
Danny in the
agent.
room?
Right
See that
back
guy
there.
way back there
Stand-
hiding? That was his agent on that. Found it for him. Okay, cool.
Yeah, the privilege of bringing to me my very first house.
That's awesome.
You see there, it's up in Denison. I believe I think it's from the 1920s or 40s. It's a pretty old one, about 1,100 square feet, I'd say. Yeah.
Awesome. All right. So
Well, it looks like it was ugly.
Oh, it was very ugly.
Okay.
Yeah.
you got a nice ramp.
Do we have any pictures inside too?
Yeah.
Oh,
We got
cool.
some more
Let's
pictures.
see
Here we go. Let's see.
Okay, so it was kind of ugly. Yeah.
Yeah.
It was pretty bad.
So you
Now,
did-
real quick, I got a question for you, Garrett. How much work did you do fixing this up? Because it looks beautiful afterwards. How much did you do?
Pretty much none of it.
Yay! Give me a hand.
Good job.
Now,
Paying
if you're
attention.
new, you don't understand why I'm excited by that. Because here's what I teach you guys. Every time you lift the hammer, you what? Lose money. So him being a nerd accountant, he doesn't know how to do that stuff. So he hired people that were great at it, and that's just genius. He just wrote a check. Who likes that? Is that easy? Everybody can do it. Yep.
It's
Awesome job.
Important to know people. Have some good members of your team.
Oh, yeah.
Yep.
All right. All right. You want to tell us a little bit about the numbers on this?
Now you can see how excited he is.
Yeah.
That's about as most excited an accountant gets.
It's your first house. Got some good numbers.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, I got it for $100,000. Praised. It should come out at $200,000 once we sell the thing. Hopefully more if I hold it for a few years. Get that appreciation. The rehab was $65,000. There's a pretty good amount of work to do. And then we had some other costs like closing and whatnot. Like you were saying earlier, it's about $30,000
Yep.
right now. 35 is kind of what I'm expecting to end up having to pay out of pocket. But it should rent for $1,600 a month.
Okay.
And I get some good cash flow, $368 a month.
Yeah, that's excellent.
So remember what I said, between 200 to 600. Is he somewhere in that range? 368. And I said between 8 and 30. He's right there, 13. That's awesome. And think about this. This is the most powerful thing. I know he doesn't look that excited, but he puts out 35K. He gets his 35K back, plus an extra 25K if he sold it. Who'd be okay with that? That's peeing your pants excited. Give him a hand. That's a pretty good job. That's awesome.
Cash on cash, 13%. Equity capture.
And you'll pay no
71.
taxes, right?
None.
Yeah, you get that. Yep, you learn that.
Been hanging out with them, huh?
Yep. Man, you must be proud. You should be.
Yeah, for sure. All right. So how has real estate investing with lifestyles changed your life?
Yeah, I mean, a lot of it comes from seeing my dad do it. It's given me kind of something to, I don't know, a path to follow. A lot of people my age, my generation, Gen Z, are kind of bummed out about the future, feel like there's no jobs, not going to ever retire. Even, some older people feel like they're probably never going to retire. But, I mean, having this as an option is really given me a much better outlook about my future. And like it says up there, he retired while my brother and I were in school. I mean, that can get really expensive, and because of real estate, he was able to quit his day job and not even have to take out any more debt to get us through that. And I was in school for 6 years, too. Would not recommend that if
Are you
anyone's
an
in
Aggie?
school.
Oh, okay. I just wondered because it takes them longer.
Yeah, no.
Okay.
Yeah, and I mean, it's been great benefit to our family, and it's something eventually that I might have to take over.
So I want to ask you a question because there's a couple younger people in the room, like can't say his name, right? What advice would you give the new people, that are young, 20, 25 and under?
Yeah, I mean, soak up knowledge and kind of get involved in whatever ways you can. I mean, especially when you're younger, the money can be a little harder, but you can still hang around, learn, maybe go into a deal with somebody else. Well, not with what little you have, but get a lot of exposure, ask questions, hang around a lot of older people, or sometimes not too much older people who have a lot more experience.
Wiser.
Yeah.
Cool.
Good. Yeah, definitely. All right. So you got some goals for the future. You've already done a house. Now you're looking to see what else you want to do.
Yeah, I'd like to get some more single-family properties for now. I don't own a home yet. My first home was a rental. So I'd like to buy a personal residence in the near future, maybe a duplex, so I can rent out one side and
See, give him a hand. That's genius. So here's why that's powerful, guys. He can use what's called an FHA loan for a first-time home buyer. Only have to put 3.5% down. He puts a renter in the other one. That renter pays his mortgage. He's living for free now and building up equity and growing as a person. Man, he's a genius. He's on his way. That's good.
You've been paying attention.
But
Yeah,
you should
no.
buy a fourplex, not a duplex, because that way you have 4 rents instead of 2. Just think bigger.
it's not off the table.
There you go.
do it.
There you go.
All right. What about long term? What do you want to do?
Yeah, I'd like to eventually roll those single-family houses into a multifamily apartment, and then at that point become a lead or an IRO, maybe both. And then I hope to make more passive income from all that than my salary, and then after that I can do what I want.
Yeah,
Yeah,
cool.
You can do anything.
So you're thinking about maybe being a lead or buying your own down the road? Mm-hmm. That's awesome. Good goals.
That's great. All right. So tell us a little bit about your team. You had a little help from some specialists, right?
Of course, yeah. I couldn't have done it without the mentors. Nicole couldn't be here tonight, but she has a lot of properties up in the area that I bought in, so she was great insight. But they've all helped me a little bit along the way. Danny, once again, I wouldn't be here without you bringing the property across my desk, so to speak. And then, Greenworks, Lifestyles Finance, for my inspection and my financing for the long term.
And really quick, guys, I know he said something really quick. A lot of you didn't understand if you're new. He said he got it from an email blast from Danny. So I want you to think about that if you're brand new and you're brand new to real estate. What if a realtor would find great deals? He would send you an email. It would be a one-page document. And you get like 10 of these a day of different properties in the area. It says this one's $35 out of pocket. You can make $20,000. You can make $400 a month, and all the homework's done for you. Who'd like that? Yeah, come to my seminar this weekend. You'll learn more about how to do it that way. That's what he's talking about because I know it's a little bit goes fast for the new people. So.
Yeah, definitely a nice perk. Do we have any questions from the audience? To Garrett.
Come on, anything.
You guys already know it all.
Oh,
What you got, John?
Been your biggest surprise through your first half?
what was your biggest surprise? I'm repeating this so the people in the back can hear.
Let's see, I guess my contractor wasn't the best option. So that's kind of, I'll put a little grain of salt with this. If you follow the model perfectly and do everything you're supposed to do, you can avoid this issue. Really vet your contractors.
Everybody, hold on 1 second. You write something in the back of the book. Does anybody know what that means? You'll learn about that tomorrow, but that's okay.
Yeah.
Cool. No, Saturday. Yeah.
Yeah. But that being said, like that was a big stumbling block, but it still works. Real estate is so resilient to
Yep.
these problems. I'm
That's
still
a great
making
answer.
incredible returns.
Yep. So, and that's what's so powerful about what he just said. Even though he had a hiccup with a bad contractor messing around with him, he still is making close to 100% return. By the time it appreciates in a year, he'll make over 100%. Does that make sense? And that's why I love what he said. It's so forgiving. So even if you mess up a little bit, it still does well. Who agrees? Yeah. If you mess up a little bit on Bitcoin, does it do well? Maybe, unless you're bankrupt or it goes out.
Has mentors to turn to when things happen, you know?
Yeah, there's people
surprises.
here to, you know.
And that's powerful,
help
what
you out.
Brandon just said. Real estate investing is a team sport. We want you to do it for yourself. We want him to make all the money, understand? But don't do it by yourself. So what did he do? He formed a team of experts around him, so when he has a headache, he can call up Brandon or Nicole or one of them to help him. It was great because his one mentor, Nicole, owned properties in the area. What a great resource for him. When you're out there on your own, think of all the risk. It mitigates your risk having a mentor.
For sure.
Give him a hand for that. 'Cause
right.
That's smart. He did it the right way.